Enid Blyton. A Faraway Tree Adventure. A color short story illustrated by Alex Patterson. The Land of Magic Medicines. The World of the Faraway Tree. Moonface, vs at the very top. In his house is the start of the slippery SL/P, a huge slide that curves all the way down inside the trunk of the tree. Silky lives below Moonface. She is the prettiest little fairy you ever did see. Saucepan Man is a funny old thing. His saucepans make lots of noise when they jangle together, so he can't hear very well. The cloud above the tree leads to amazing places. Which land will the children visit this time? Joe, Beth, Franny, Cousin Rick. Chapter 1, The Children Are Worried. Lately the children had not had any time to visit their friends in the faraway tree. Their mother was in bed ill, and the doctor came each day. Just let her lie in bed and keep her warm, he said to the children and their father. Give her what she likes to eat, and don't let her worry about anything. The children and father were upset, but father had to go out to work as usual. They all loved mother, and it was strange to see her lying in bed. There's all that washing that I had to do for Mrs. Jones, she said. No, you children are not to try and do it. It's too much for you. Moonface and Silky came to visit the children one morning and were very sorry to hear that the children's mother was ill. She worries about the washing, said Beth. She won't let us do it. I don't know what to do about it. Oh, we can manage that for you, said Silky at once. Old Dame Washalot will do it for nothing. It's the joy of her life to wash, wash, wash. I believe if she's got nothing dirty to wash, she washes clean things. She even washes the leaves on the faraway tree. Is that the basket over there? Moonface and I will take it up the tree now, and bring it back when it's finished. Oh, thank you, Silky dear, said Beth gratefully. Mother will be so pleased when I tell her. She'll stop worrying about that. Silky and Moonface went off with the basket. They took it to Dame Washalot, and how her face shone with joy when she saw such a lot of washing to be done. My, this is good of you, she said, taking out the dirty things and throwing them into her enormous washtub of soapy water. Now this is what I really enjoy. I'll have them all washed and ironed by tonight. Silky was pleased. She knew how beautifully Dame Washalot washed and ironed. She went up to Moonface's house to have dinner with him. I do wish we could help make the children's mother better, she said. She is such a lovely lady, isn't she? And the children love her so much. Moonface, can't you possibly think of anything? Well, I don't think toffee shocks would be any good, do you? Said Moonface. Tvi got some of those? Of course not, silly, said Silky. It's medicine we want, pills or something, but as nobody is ill in the faraway tree, there's nowhere to buy them from. Chapter 2, Dame Washalot's Good Idea. That night they went to see if Dame Washalot had finished the washing. She had. It was washed and beautifully ironed and folded up in the basket, ready to be taken away. I've had a lovely time, said the old dame, beaming at Silky. My, the water I've poured down the tree today? Yes, I've heard the angry pixie shouting like anything because he got soaked at least 4 times, said Moonface with a grin. He's got plums growing on the tree just outside his house, and each time he went out to pick them he got soaked with your water. You be careful he doesn't come up and shout at you? If he does, I'll put him into my next tub of dirty water and empty him down the tree with it, said Dame Washalot. Oh, I wish I could see you do that, said Silky, tying a rope to the basket of washing so that she could let it down the tree to the bottom. Well, Dame Washalot, thank you very much. The person who usually does this washing is ill in bed and can't seem to get better. It's such a pity. I wish I could make her well. Why, Silky, The land of magic medicines is coming tomorrow, said the old dame. You could get any medicine you like there, and your friend would soon get better. Why don't you visit the land and get some? That's a really good idea, said Silky happily, letting down the basket bit by bit. Moonface had gone to the bottom of the tree to catch it. Teal tell Moonface, and maybe he and I could go and get some medicine. She slipped down the tree and told Moonface what the old dame had said. Moonface put the basket of washing on his shoulder and beamed at Silky. That's good news for the children, he said. Come on, we'll hurry and tell them. The children were delighted to have the washing back so quickly, all washed and ironed. Rick set off with it to Mrs. Jones. Beth ran to tell her mother that she needn't worry any more about it. Silky told Joe and Franny about the land of magic medicines coming the next day to the top of the faraway tree. They listened in surprise. Well, I vote we go there, said Joe at once. I'd made up my mind none of us would go while Mother was ill, but if there's a chance of getting something to make her better, we'll certainly go. One of us must stay behind with Mother and the rest of us will go, Joe went on. So it was arranged that Joe, Rick and Beth should meet at Moonface's house early the next morning. Then they would go up to the strange land and see what they could find for their mother. Franny was quite willing to stay with her mother, though she felt a little bit left out. She said goodbye to Joe, Rick and Beth soon after breakfast the next day, and promised to wash up the breakfast things carefully and to sit with her mother until the rest of them came back. The three of them set off and arrived outside Moonface's house at the top of the tree very soon afterwards. Moonface and Silky were waiting for them. Is old Saucepan coming? Asked Joe. Hi, Saucepan, do you want to come? Shouted Moonface, leaning down the tree. Saucepan was with What's-his name. Amazingly, he heard what Moonface said and shouted back, Yes, I'll come. But where to? Up the ladder, yelled Moonface. Hurry! Chapter 3, Rick and the Big Green Pills.